and everything will be cool. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jasmine Nicole, and we are kicking off this series. As y'all can see from the title, I have made my announcement. I am moving. I have just purchased my very first home, and I am moving away from my parents' home slash childhood home, which is why my background is crazy, because I am packing. Because guess what, y'all? We got a 2-week close. Yeah, you heard that right, which meant that behind the scenes I was visiting homes, putting offer on homes. I will insert some clips, but today we're going to get ready with me and we're going to dive into the whole process, and we're just going to talk through everything. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a single video that I post, because yeah, we're lit. It's up and it's stuck. But I really just wanted to like kick off this series, this moving series. I guess I'm gonna name it like moving video or whatever. I don't know, y'all give me some suggestions of what I should call this series. But yeah, it's just things that I'm doing before I turn 26, and I'm gonna be moving and I'm gonna be getting married before I turn 26. So buckle up, y'all. So let's get it started. And we're also gonna feature some products that I Lancome sent me a lot of cool things, so we're just gonna jump right into this video. When did we start looking? My fiance and I, Mike and I, y'all know his name, we started really like getting serious about looking when I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm also trying to open up this Anastasia dip brow. We really started like looking, I want to say, I'm trying to remember, because everything is starting to like kind of like mesh together in terms of like timeline of things. Also, my neighbor is cutting their grass, so I'm so sorry if that's what y'all hear. I was just trying to get some good lighting for y'all before Big Brother comes on tonight. So but I'm gonna say around like, what are we in, August now? Maybe like June. Yeah, we're gonna say like May, June time. That's when we like really got serious about it, like to the point where we were like, okay, we have gotten our finances together in terms of like, we paid our debts down they were supposed to pay. We have saved up some money, because that was another big thing. We were like, we have to make sure we have some money saved up before we can even go to a lender. And then we also knew that your credit had to be in a certain position, and we didn't want it to be like the bare minimum. We wanted it to be to a point where we could qualify for some of the programs, which I'll get into a little bit later. So I'll say about like May, June, and we are in August, and we've already placed an offer on a house, and our offer was accepted, and we're now going through the closing process. So that just goes to show you how quick things can happen when you you know, have a good agent, and also when you just do things to like prepare yourself a little bit better. What I can say is, I don't know what state you all live in, but we are in Maryland, and Maryland has several programs for first-time home buyers. So, and they are like really good. Like, I mean good, I mean really good. So without like giving away too much of our, you know, personal information, Mike and I were able to purchase this home with paying less than $6,000 out of our own cash. And I mean like putting money down, closing, all of the above. Like, we only had to come out of our pocket less than $6,000. And we are also getting a refund at closing. Like, the seller is giving us money at closing. And this is not to brag on ourselves, on anyone other than God, because honestly, if we didn't have the people around us and, you know, have God in our lives, we know that this would either not be possible completely, or it would not have been as smooth and as just stress-free as it has been. And yeah, to that we owe God all the glory. I just want to say that right then and there on the record, on this camera, is that we serve a good God who has looked out for us in many ways. Because y'all, when I tell y'all, there were so many times where I was like, okay, are we gonna have a home? Are we gonna like move before? Do we have to get an apartment first? Like, it was just so many things and so many questions that we had. And we also had to remember, like, we can't just go off of what we think we could do within our own power, you know? So I just wanted to get, you know, that off my chest first and say, like, by any means am I making this video to brag on myself, but more so to brag on God. And that's just that on that. So let me finish. Ooh. Finish my brows up. Y'all know I hate doing my brows on camera. I know I hate it, and that's why I believe it didn't turn out right, because I'm doing them in front of y'all. I know that's why they turned out a little crazy. We'll fix them up at the end. But the primer that I'm going to be using today is my Smashbox primerizer. This right here, we're just gonna use that today because I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting in the house. I just wanted to, like, you know, talk to y'all and do some makeup. But yeah, so that's first things first. Now that we got that out the way, I want to talk about like the process a little bit and how we got to where we are now. So there's this area that is close to my house that I have been obsessed with since they built it. It's a community, and I always told myself, and I always told Mike as well, I said this is where I want to live, point blank period. I'm obsessed with this neighborhood. We need to move there. And you know, my man is a really good man. He's a great man. So of course he was like, okay, if it makes sense, we're gonna move there. Like, you know, if everything adds up and aligns the way it's supposed to, and it makes, what in the world? Okay, and it makes sense for us to move there, then by all means we will move there. Like, I don't have any like reservations about it or anything, because he likes it as well. And that is what I had in my mind for the past like year, because I've been telling him I want to live there since we got engaged. And yeah, so I had my sights set on this specific community. So what did we do? We drove through there all the time. We went through we went to look at homes in different areas. We also went to look at, you know, the models. We went to like several different models in different communities. And y'all know this wouldn't be a Jasmine Nicole makeup video if I did not use my Evian water. So y'all know I'm gonna use that. But yeah, like we did a lot of like looking, and we came across a lender. Well, first of all, we came across our agent. Shout out to Dominique, who's also a friend of mine. But he, y'all, first and foremost, he is a great agent. I'm not just saying that because of who he is to me, but even when he's your friend, he understands that you're his client first, and he has always kept it very, very professional. Like, and I, honest to God, you can even ask Mike, because, you know, Mike has a bit of a different, you know, it's not Mike's friend, it's more so my friend. So Mike got to see, like, okay, like, he's very, very professional. Like, he knows how to turn it on and turn it off, and he also has your best interest in mind as well. So I'll also have his information linked down below for anyone looking to buy in Maryland. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So we started touring different homes and things like that, and we you know, came across the first lender. Now this is the story that, you know, made things a little like difficult. So Mike and I together make pretty good money. Like, and when I say pretty good, it's like pretty good. So we were like, okay, we know how much we should be able to be approved for and all of that based off of our salary. We know what we can afford basically. And so we went with the first lender. We did our credit application, our mortgage application and all of that good stuff, and it came back and the price was just not in our favor, like at all. Like the purchase price was way lower than what we thought we should be paying, if that makes sense. And we just were like, okay, we just need to shop around. That's thing number one. Do not be afraid to shop around and go with different lenders. You will not hurt anybody's feelings. And that's one thing I'm glad that we did do, is because we were able to meet the person that is responsible for where we are today when it comes to mortgage. So I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Before we did all of that, we went to the community themselves and went to the builder. Hold on y'all, real quick, we need to take a break and use some lip stuff because I just feel crazy. So Lancome sent me 2 lip glosses and we're gonna open them up. So they sent me one that is the shade Miracle. They're called Juicy Tubes and they're really, really cute. You got Miracle here. It's like a pinkish shimmer. I don't know if y'all can see that. And they sent me another one called Spring Fling. And this is another like pink. So I think for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go with Spring Fling. And we're gonna see what it does. Cause my lips are so dry right now. Like this ain't even a, what do you call it? What do you call it? A paid partnership. Like I'm just, first of all, it smells really good. And 2, okay, y'all see the shine? Y'all see that? Oh wow. Okay, all right, that was a slight intermission. Back to the store. So we went to the community itself, went to talk to the builder, and we did their application and everything to try to buy a brand new home, like a new build basically. We were like, okay, we could like build our own home in this community. So they came back with a really, really favorable like price, amount, all of that, and we could get the home that we wanted. The price was a little steep, but once again, we could afford it, so we weren't tripping. Now, when the time came to sign, so let me back up a little bit. We put our money down. We put an EMD down, which is an earnest money deposit of a certain amount of money. I don't want to like give to details and stuff. So we put down our EMD and that held the house. So we went on vacation, which you guys will see this vlog. I don't know which one y'all gonna see first, but we went to Ocean City with my family. And while we were there, we were talking with the builder and they were like, telling us, yeah, we're gonna have the contract ready for you guys to sign when you all get back. So we got back from vacation and we scheduled a time to go up there and sign our life away basically of buying this home. And we told our family, our friends, like, yeah, we're buying a home, da 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 da. And we were so excited. Next thing I'm gonna use from this thing, I should say, is the actually I'm gonna wait, let me keep talking. So we told our family, told our friends, we were super excited, and we were like, yeah, we're buying a home in this community, blah blah blah. This is something that I wanted really bad, so I was very happy. Y'all, let me tell y'all. So we get up there and we're looking through the document and we're like, something is not adding up, like this is kind of crazy. And what was crazy about it is they haven't even broken ground yet for the house, and they wanted us each month to pay them thousands of dollars. And I'm just gonna say thousands for the sake of just keeping our business private. Thousands of dollars. They wanted us to pay them each month, the first of each month, thousands of dollars, not a couple hundred, not thousands. Mind you, we have a wedding. We have a wedding coming up in October. And we just, mind you, first of all, before we even went to sign it, we told my dad that there was a possibility that they would want that from us, and my dad was like, I've never heard of that a day in my life. Backtrack a little bit. We have experienced a little bit of like, what do I want to call it? I don't want to say racism because I feel like that's too harsh. Like I really do doubt that's why we received the treatment that we did, but we did receive a little bit of like, I'll just say like prejudgment when we went to see another home at this particular community. We do live in a community where there's a lot of wealthier people, I should say. So us being the age that we are, and we look even younger than what we actually are, some people thought they had to tell us that we need to be looking in communities that we could afford. And I've had to politely let them know, like, we can afford it, which is why we're here. So let's fast forward. So here we are at this different place, and they're telling us they want us to give this money to them, blah, 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 blah. Our agent immediately, as any good agent would do, he was like, no, you guys are not doing that. That's crazy. You guys don't even technically own the house yet, and they want you to shell out all this money before the house is even built. That makes no sense. So I had to walk away feeling a little defeated, a little sad, because I was like, wow, like my dream of staying in this community is kind of just crumbling. There's not that many houses left on the market. I don't really know what else there is to do. So let me just tell you how good God is, okay? He's so good that our agent said, okay, I'm gonna send y'all a list of homes, and we're gonna go out, we're gonna go look, and if y'all don't see anything that y'all like, y'all can go forward with building the home, but I at least want y'all to see what's out there first before y'all make any, like, you know, rash and, like, you know, altering decisions. So as you know, intelligent people, we chose to do that. We picked a couple homes and we went out to visit. Y'all, we visited 2 homes this day, and this is last week, so it's August 2nd now, and this is how good God is, how fast things happened, and I'm just forever grateful for these moments. So the first home we went to, I'm trying to figure out how in what order do I want to explain this. So we went to 2 homes. We went to one home somewhere else. We went to another home that was actually a resale in the community that I want to live in. So I was like, okay, cool, I could still be there, but you know, whatever. Might I add, sorry, the home that we were going to build was not going to be ready until December, which meant that we were going to have to figure out where we were going to live for 2 months after we got married. So let me just add that in there. So we went to look at 2 homes, and this is important. So we went on a Tuesday, and we went to look at 2 homes. So the first home we went to, cool, I was like, okay, I like it, but it's not in the community that I want to live in. We're still going to go to that community, so let me like take it in, and then we're gonna go there. Y'all, we went to the second one that was in the community that I wanted to live in. Let's take a brief intermission. We're gonna use the, you can't really see it, but it's their mascara base, so I'm gonna put this on before I put my mascara on. Yeah, so we went to look at the 2 homes, and afterwards, the whole time I was like, okay, you know what, I don't really like the second home in that community. It's a lot smaller than the first house, and it was like $20,000 more, or no, sorry, $30,000 more than the first house, and the first house was a lot bigger. So logically we were like, okay, we're gonna go with the first house. So Mike and I talked, and we talked it over, and that night we called our agent and we said we would like to put an offer on this home. He said, okay, I'm gonna draft up the offer. Cool. Do y'all not know, I didn't even spray. Okay, do y'all not know that the very next morning, not even 24 hours, but the next morning, our offer was accepted for the house? Our offer was accepted that morning, which is crazy. So we were like, okay, like this is cool, this is interesting. All right, my camera's getting hot. Okay, sorry y'all, I'm about to wrap this video up because my camera is getting overheated. So basically, long story short, the offer was accepted the next day, and because me and Mike got our finances together, we went through underwriting up front. Y'all, we got a 2-week close, so we closed next Friday on the home that we essentially put an offer in last week. God is good all the time, and that's what I wanted to get to y'all and through to y'all. So I'm gonna wrap up this makeup look, and yeah, I'll take this thing off. Yeah. Take this thing off. Okay, and we're Gucci. This is the final look. I don't really want to do no lashes because I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, this is part 1 of the series, just a little brief story time before we get into the vlogs. And I'm so excited that I can finally share this with y'all. Also, write down some of your own story times, or if you are moving, you want to move and you have questions, or if you have suggestions for us that you learned when you bought your own home, let us know. Also, even with the wedding process, I will still be showing vlogs about that. If y'all want advice, suggestions, anything, please let me know. I love y'all so much, and see y'all in the next video.